Welcome to another edition of Whiskey, Games, and Nerd Stuff. And today's whiskey, we're still sipping on the good old Buffalo Trace. Let's go ahead and take a sip. In today's Nerd Stuff, we are on with our playthrough, our first solo playthrough of Deep Regrets. We're on week 8, and if you haven't watched the other videos, you don't necessarily need to watch them. The gameplay is the same from week to week. It's just that we have more stuff. And if you do want to watch the beginning, you can go back and watch the first one and work your way up. We're going to go ahead and start off week 8 with we have the Rod of Fortune, which means the fair fish are going to cost us 1 less. We have the Bone Wheel, which is going to let us retain unspent points. And we've got to remember to use these as we go along. So let's go ahead. We'll go ahead and start and coffee up, which means we take a sip. And we're going to shake. All right, let's see. What do we got here? All right, we got some good cards. We got a 3 and a couple 2s. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one. We've got a Day Octopus, middling and fair. Must be caught with exactly 1 dice. So we need exactly 1 dice to catch it. It's going to cost us 2. And we have a 2 dice right here. So we will go ahead and catch that. And I believe we don't have that one. So that's going to be good. All right. Now, what do we want to do? Let's see. We have another large one right here. So let's go ahead and flip this one over. This is a prom, middling and foul. All players get a regret. Let's see what our regret is. It's a nagging regret. Cheated at cards. I would never cheat at cards. All right. It is going to cost us 1. And I do believe we already have this one. It's not worth any points. So I'm not going to worry about catching this because it's not going to give us any gold, and I don't want to spend the dice on it. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and spend a dice to move down 1 depth. And let's go ahead and flip over this one. This is a great white shark. All players discard 1 small fish. We don't have a small fish. This is going to cost us 4 to capture. We'll go ahead and use this for 5, but we're going to have 1 left because we get to keep the unspent dice. This will give us 6 gold when we go about. And now, since we only have the 1 dice, let's go ahead and, I believe, let's do one of these small ones over here. This is an eye fish, small and foul, peek at 1 fish. I don't want to capture that. So let's go ahead and we'll just spend our 1 for the Dink. And our Dink card is Bollyhood. Reduce a fish difficulty by 3. Oh, that's going to come in really handy. So we'll go ahead. These will get discarded in the graveyard. And I'm just going to kind of put these off to the side. We will move our calendar up to Tuesday. We are going to coffee up, but before we do, let's take a sip. Roll our dice. All right. Let's see. You know what? We're going to go ahead and spend 1 to just move to depth 3, have it out of the way. And let's go ahead and go for this big fish right here. The plug. Display this face up on the table at the start of each player's turn. Discard the top leftmost fish in the sea. All right, so we are going to have to discard the top leftmost fish at the beginning of every turn. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and let's get one of these big ones right here. Giant octopus, large and fair, may be caught with exactly 2 dice. And I believe we may already have had the giant octopus. So I'm not necessarily too excited to capture this. It is worth some gold, but let's go ahead and leave it there for now. We will go ahead and let's flip over this one. Halibut, middling and fair. And it is War 2. I believe we already have this one as well. So we're not going to worry about capturing that. Let's see. Let's just clear the whole row. Monkeyfish, middling and fair. I don't believe we've caught this one, so this one we're going to go ahead and want to capture. We'll go ahead and spend 3 to capture that. All right, we have 2 dice left. Let's go ahead and go for this middle one right here. Bobo, middling and fair. All players get a regret. This is a nagging regret. Blamed a drunken injury on a shark attack. I've done that. And I do not believe we've caught Bobo, so we definitely want to do this one. And you know what we're going to do, just so I don't forget? We're going to go ahead and reduce the difficulty by 1 and spend our dink. So then we can just use the 2 to capture this. And I got to remember, our fair fish are going to cost us 1 less. So I got to remember to do that. All right, we've got a 3-er here. So let's go ahead and pick one of these depth 3 ones and see what we get. Barrel eye, small and fair. Peek at the fish at depth 2 in this column. Well, we've already seen depth 2 in this column, so it's not going to matter. This one is a 2-er. I do not believe that we've gotten this one yet, so we're going to go ahead. It is a fair. It's going to cost us 1 less to capture. So it's only going to be 1, which will give us 2 on this end spent dice. And let's go ahead and grab one of the ones up here. We've got a foot, small and foul. It's 0 and 0. Everybody gets a regret. We've got a nagging regret, left port without whiskey. That should be a major regret. You should never leave port without whiskey. All right, so we went ahead and captured that. Let's go ahead and do this big one right here. Cax. All other players get a regret, so that's not going to apply to us. This is a foul. It's going to cost us 3, but what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and reduce the difficulty by 2 and use our bag of maggots. And then now it's only going to be a 1, which is going to leave us 1 unspent. And we'll have 1 left, so let's go ahead and capture that one. And we've only got 1 dice left, so let's go ahead. You know what? Let's go ahead and grab one of these small ones right here. It is a Fugo. It's going to cost 2. Now, it is a fair, so it would actually cost... it was 3. It's a fair. It would cost us 1 less, but we're not going to be able to capture that. So we were going to go ahead and just spend our 1 to get a dink card. And then this dink card is Moon Jellyfish. Reduce a fish difficulty by 3. Okay, that'll be helpful. That will be helpful. So end of the turn, these cards will go away. We will coffee up again. Oh, we're going to move to Wednesday. Let's take a sip. All right, let's see what we can get. We just got some good dice. So let's go down here and you know what we're going to do? We're going to peek at 1 row. We're going to use our Book of the Deep. The Book of the Deep will allow us to peek at 1 row. So we've got Slipmouth, Hagfish, and a Skitterfin. So we've got some small fish there. So let's go ahead and go for the Hagfish because I don't believe we've had that. This is small and fair. Our fair fish are going to catch us 1 less. It must be caught with exactly 1 die, so we'll use our 1 to capture it. And then let us go ahead and, you know what, let's flip over the big one up here. This is a swordfish. Large and fair. All right. I do not believe we have a swordfish. So this would normally be 4, but it's going to be 3 because of this. And so we'll go ahead and spend that 3 and capture that. Nice. All right, let's go ahead and go for another big one. Manta ray. Large and fair. Now, I do believe we've already got the manta ray and held it in, so we don't necessarily need to get that. So I'm not going to worry about it. Let's go ahead and pick up. Let's look at this big one right here, though. Selkie, large and foul. All right, I do believe we had this one, so I'm not going to worry about getting this one. Let's see. Do we have any other big fishes? Let's go ahead and try and get this one. We have a sockeye salmon, middling and fair. We do have that one. We're going to go ahead and capture it because our fair fish costs us 1 less, which means this is going to be a freebie. All right, let's go ahead and let's look at this one. We've got a siren, middling and fair. All players at sea may choose to go to port and move their boat to deep 2. Yeah, we're not going to do that. But I do believe we do not have the siren, so we're going to have to capture this one. We're going to go ahead and reduce the difficulty by 1, which will make that a 2er. We'll spend that 2 to capture that. Great. All right, now let's go ahead and let's flip over this one. We've got a box jellyfish. Reroll 1 of your fresh die. Oh, man, we don't want to do that because these were both 3s. Great. All right. Well, this is a fair. It's going to cost us 1 less, so we'll have 1 left over from that. So we went ahead and captured that. And let's just get this big guy right here. It is a orca. Display face up in front of you. Cannot be sold or mounted. All fish cost 1 less to catch. All foul fish. Yeah, that's something definitely we want to get. It is a fair. It would cost us 2. So we are going to be down to 1 on this one. And now we know that all fair foul fish are going to cost us 1 less. And all foul fish are going to cost us 1 less. So that's pretty good. All right, let's go ahead and get this one right here and see what it is. It's a lionfish. It's going to be free. So we'll go ahead and capture that. We'll cast out again. We've got a cutthroat trout. That's going to be free. So we'll get that one. And let's go for, we'll see what this is. Striped marlin, large and fair. It's going to cost us 3. We're not going to be able to capture it. And you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and spend a dink or a point to get a dink. Reduce a shot cost by 1. Hey, that'll come in handy. And let's flip this one over right here. It's middling and fair. It's going to cost us, it's going to be a freebie, so we'll go ahead and capture that one. We will flip this one over. It's a corpse, middling and foul. All players get a regret. Deep regret. Summon an ancient evil. All right. This is going to cost us 1 less because of the orca, so it would cost us 1. We will go ahead and spend that 1 and get that. All right. Be the end of the day. These fish will go away. We will move to Thursday. We're going to coffee up. All right, we're going to go ahead and use our spyglass to look at an entire column. And let's see, we'll look at this column. So we've got a skitterfin. Oh, dang it, we already knew what that was. We have a porcupine fish. And we have scrat. All right. Let's go ahead and flip this over. This is a foul. It's going to cost us 1 less. And that means it'll be 2. So go ahead and spend that. All right, let's go ahead and might as well just keep going. Whiptail Stingray, middling and fair. Reroll 1 of your fresh dice. We roll the 1. We still got a 1. All right, this is going to cost us 2. So we'll go ahead and just spend those 2. and capture that. All right, let's go for this big one here in the middle down here. It is a sub Mirage, large and foul. Costs 1 more to catch for each fish in your hand. All right, well, we have a lot of fish in our hand, so we're not even going to bother capturing it. Let's go ahead and flip over this one. Bow Angel, middling and foul. All players get a regret. Trivial regret. Lost my favorite sock. All right, so that's going to cost us 3 because of the orca. So let's go ahead and just spend that, and we'll capture that. So we got a 2 left. Let's go ahead and see what's up here that we can get. We've got a Pyra. It's going to be middling and foul. Or excuse me, middling and fair. It's going to cost us 1. So let's go ahead and capture that. And we might as well go for this small one and see if we can get it. It is a Flying Gerard, small and fair. It's going to be free. We will go ahead and get this one. Flounder, small and fair. We'll just go ahead and capture it. All right, great. We are now at Friday. This is going to go away. This is our last day of the week, so let's just go ahead and drain this glass. It's not too bad of a roll. And let's go ahead and see if we can get these big fish over here. We've got a store worm, large and foul. Discard an item. All other players. Oh man, we got to discard an item. We're going to discard the can of worms. This is going to be 4 because of the orca. So let's go ahead and get that. And let's go for another big one. Colossal squid. Catch automatically, display face up in front of you. You can only fish in this column where you caught it. So now we can only fish in this column, but it's towards the end, so it's not going to matter much. So let's go ahead and get this big one up here. It's a Coloss. I don't even know how to say that. Large and fair. It's going to only cost us 1 because of the Rod of Fortune. So let's go ahead and capture that. Let's go ahead and get this big fish right here too. Sunfish, large and fair. It's only going to cost us 1. So let's go ahead and get that. And let's keep going on this one. Goliath grouper. It's only going to cost us 1. So let's get that. And we might as well just keep going with this row because we have to, remember? It's a barracuda. It's going to cost us 1 less. That's going to be 2. So we are now at Friday. So what we needed to first do is let's look at our regrets. We've got 1, 2, 3, 6. So we're going to have to get rid of 6 gold, but we're going to want to get rid of 6 that we already have. So let's take a look. First, let's see what our big ones are, because I'd rather get rid of a bigger one to make it nice and easy. You know what? Let's just do the great white shark and just make it easy. So great white shark, we're going to go ahead and get rid of this, and let's see how much money we've got. So we've got 3, 4, 7, 12, 13, 18, 21, 24, 30, 37, 39, 40, 41, 48, 50, 60, 70, 78, 82. Let's just double check that one more time. 4, 8, 16, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 73, 76, 79, 80, 86. All right. So we've got 86 to spend. Let's double check that one more time. And this is why you shouldn't drink and count. So we're going to do it one more time. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36, 40, 44, 48, 52, 56, 60, 70, 75, 82. All right, so we've got 82, and we've got something that's going to cost us one less. So let's take a look and see what we want to get. 82. So we're going to have 82 to spend. I'm going to go ahead and spend 40 right now to get the green tackle dice. That's going to leave us 42 plus another 1. And let's see if there's any of these reels that looks good. You know what? I'm just going to get the reel of the deep just to get it and have it. So we'll pick those up for the next game. And then we will look and see what we have not caught and reeled in. So that was a pretty good run there. We had the following that we had not captured and reeled in: the box jellyfish, the colossal squid, the hagfish, the cax, boo-boo, day octopus, pariah, scrat, barrel eye, however you say that one, monkfish, barracuda, Goliath grouper, siren, that's so cool looking, swordfish, and stormworm. That's a pretty good run there. And box jellyfish, colossal squid, hagfish, cax. Yeah, this was a really good run. Really appreciate everybody taking the time to watch this one. And we'll have to take a look and see what the equipment is we got for the next game. This is a great, fun solo game. It's nice and relaxing, and it makes for an awesome multiplayer game as well. Really appreciate everybody taking the time to watch this video. And until next time, folks, cheers.